How can we reduce that stigma within our community?
Um, I think we're doing that right now. The more you talk about it, the more you give people outlets to express their mental state. We get in there. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now. Come on, Don. Talk to him. Agree. Jizzle?
I definitely think that a lot of people need deep therapy, like deep therapy. A lot of people are undiagnosed. I know a lot of friends personally that have been diagnosed with ADHD, diagnosed with autism, diagnosed with all these things as adults because our mental health is so, in the Black community that nobody thought, hey, that way that person's behaving is a little abnormal. They should probably be checked out. And so, with that being said, I definitely think that we need to really start seeking help, especially if you know a person has trauma that's going to affect them in a way. Okay. I know of a couple people who have been adopted, didn't know they're adopted, or either found out they were adopted and just blew off the back end. They just completely started behaving, erratic because of how that affected them. That person needed to be in therapy to work through and process what it was like to be. But we don't think like that. We think, oh, we're gonna pray them out. We're gonna pray them out. Like, I love God. Let's pray. But some things need other help besides prayer.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that we need to be intentional about meeting with therapists, getting the work done, and also being comfortable speaking about these things as a community, because I think that's part of the stigma too. When people tell you they're depressed, they're on depression medicines, they have anxiety, they're on anxiety message, they have ADHD, people look at, what's wrong with that person, and it's like, stop doing that. Just because someone is neurodivergent, just because somebody is going through something, does not mean they're lesser or anything. They can function, they can do everything. I'm a teacher. I teach children with autism. I teach children with ADHD. I teach children that are mentally disabled. Those are some of the smartest kids. So how dare us come into a situation and put these stigma on people unnecessary, like. So yes, we have to start having these conversations, and people really need to start seeking. If they see things, red flags, they need to really start seeking mental health before it's too late.
Yeah, I y'all couldn't have said it any better. So it's not
Before
much.
it's too
Ain't too much meat left on that bone. You and Dom's nailed it. All I can say, I agree with the hell out of both of y'all. I think that the more times they see men like myself and Dom, and of course Jizzle, the women have been more prone to speak out. But for men, they're not used to seeing manly men like us speak out and say, "Hey, it's okay to talk to somebody. I'd rather see you talk to somebody before you become unhinged and crash
Hmm.
your ass out, end up on the 6 o'clock news." And that happens too often because that man felt he couldn't talk to nobody. So good
late.
stuff, guys. All right, next up. All right, and Dom, I'm gonna